And mostly excitement. And after the 9.8 there for Christy Phillips, we now see her performance on the floor exercise.
This is a new floor routine for Christy. You can see the different expressions on her face. She really relates to the crowd well.
She communicates another way, too. I understand she has a T-shirt that says, "Move over, Mary Lou."
She does! Oh, Christy didn't tell me about that one. Looks like she's having fun out there.
Well, she's got the entire audience mesmerized. Started in acrobatics when she was age 4. She saw Nadia Comaneci win her gold medal, and that was all there was to it.
Tumbling pass. Down a flip-flop double pike. Solid. She's showing off out there.
Well, that playful tantrum will be the only one she throws today, because she has marched all the way to the all-around championship for the juniors. Christy Phillips. Greetings by Coach Caroli, who believes the future is bright.
It's not impossible now to build a new generation who gonna be competitive, gonna be up, gonna take again aggressively, positively, and with a great desire and the dedication. I'm going to, and the willingness to make it. It's not impossible. It's gonna be hard work. We have 2 more years to go, 2 tough years. Now it's all up to these kids, mental and physical strength, the hard, dedicated work, how that thing's gonna come up.
Christy, you're the 1986 Junior National Champion. How important was this meet to you?
Well, it was important because it marks your placings as to what you are going to accomplish in the next year or 2. And it also gets you an international name because you'll get to go to more international meets if you place high in this meet.
Well, I noticed you had a very heavy brace on your wrist. Did it bother you today?
Yes, my wrist has been broken since about last December, and it was really bugging me these last few days.
Well, you handled it like a champion. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Names to remember: Phillips, Mills, and Carter. And notice that the top 2 have scores that surpassed the scores in the all-around of the senior women. We'll be back right after this.
Just because you've washed your car doesn't mean you're finished. After each wash, you need some Armor All. On the dash, the bumper, and especially...
Back at the U.S. Gymnastics Championships, here's Mary Lou with some of the requirements the women face during competition.
There's minimum requirement in an optional balance beam routine as well. First of all, the gymnast must cover from this end of the beam to that end of the beam. Melissa starts off with one of the requirements, her leap series. The routine must last between 70 and 120 seconds and must cover the entire length of the beam. See, your toes are right at the edge. Now she's doing her acrobatic series, a flip-flop layout. Melissa is a fine balance beam worker. She had a few falls in the all-around, which cost her. Right there's her flexibility move. That's a hard one, too. She's getting ready for her 360 turn. Perfect.
And now that we know what they have to do, let's see how Joyce Wilburn does it. Tied for 3rd coming in.
Flip-flop layout.
Does her power help her on the beam?
It didn't help me. I was always a little conservative on beam because you have so much power and you really have to hold back.
Wilburn has already won the women's event finals vault.
Front tuck. Joyce is getting ready for her dismount. She can use the power on the dismount. Round off. Double back. Duck it.
She makes those landings look so easy. Joyce Wilburn.
Let's watch this dismount again. Watch how high she goes. Round off. 1, 2, land.
The score 9.4, and so she leads now with a total of 18.575. This is last year's champion, Sabrina Marr, and she needs a 9.45. She's had some troubles. Can she put it behind her?
You have to put it behind you. You can't let yourself dwell on it because it usually messes up the next event or something, but I try to forget it.
Now Sabrina Marr tries to block out what was a very poor performance in the all-around, only 11th place after being the champion last year. Back problems have really hurt her, Mary Lou.
Injuries can really hold you back. Sabrina's getting ready for a gainer back layout. A little bobble, but she recovers well. Sabrina really wants to do well on this beam. She's getting ready for a dismount. This is new for Sabrina. See if she makes it. Round off, double back. Oh, and she sits back. What a disappointment.
Well, that will deny her the opportunity to win this event. Sabrina Marr, a year she's going to have to forget and overcome. We'll be back here in Indianapolis right after this. Welcome back to Indianapolis. This is Sabrina Marr. With her coach, she scored an 8.8 on the beam, only good enough for 17.95, and it has been a very tough meet for her. And now Alyssa Solomon is on the beam. Fine young performer.
She sure is.
We should mention quickly that last year's beam champion, Kelly Garrison, out this year with an injury.
Alyssa's coming up with a punch front. Took a little step, but a good one, straight on. She's a back walkover.
Her first year in senior competition.
Jump full turn. It's different.
She needs a 9.4 to take the lead away from Joyce Wilburn.
She's getting ready for her dismount. Round off, double full.
She looks pleased, and now she goes over to Coach Donna Strauss.
2 days in a row. This arm just wanders.
Her score, 9.35, total 18.575, and she's tied with Joyce Wilburn. And now Angie Dinkins gets ready, and she is very fond of the beam. She needs a 9.375. And she'll have a victory here.
Angie started off with a press handstand into a planche, showing flexibility right there in the straddle split. She looks very determined. Two switch leaps. That's a hard, difficult pass.
She was third in the vault.
Solid back tuck. I think Angie's going to get ready for a hard move now. A round off layout. See if she makes it. Round off. Solid!
She looks like she may be on her way to victory here.
Oh, she sure does. You can see it in her face. I think she wants that medal bad.
Again, I have to say, it is only 4 inches wide, that balance beam. It's like walking down a stripe on a highway, something I can't do.
It takes years of practice. Ready for her dismount, round off, double back. What a routine for Angie Dinkins. Now watch this back tuck. It is absolutely solid. No movement whatsoever. Let's take one more look at the dismount. and watch the height on it.
The score, 9.65, her total 18.85. And for Angie Dinkins, her first national title. In the beam, a tie for second place, but no question at all about who finished first. Angie Dinkins, something else.
Angie Dinkins, that was the best beam routine I've ever seen Angie do. You know, the pressure was on, she knew what she had to do, and she rose to the occasion.
Coming up, the final women's event, the floor exercise.
Like many before, you came here asking for just one.
Welcome back to Indianapolis. More of the women's event finals. This is Tracy Calore on the floor exercise.
And she really shines on floor. She's getting ready for her second tumbling pass. Double pike. Little low landing, but she pulled it out.
She has picked herself up after her disappointing performance in the all-around. She was, frankly, in tears, but now it doesn't show.
She's in the corner, breathing for her third pass. She's running hard for a double back somersault. It's still a little low, but she looks happy with the ending.
Tracy Calore on with the show, a pretty good finish, but some difficulties in that first tumbling run we didn't see before.
Tracy's doing a triple full now. She's a little off, and she's fighting not to go out of bounds, but there her foot went.
The score, 9.35, her total 18.5, and that's what this young lady, Hope Spivey, will have to beat as she gets ready for what is her favorite event.
Floor, it's kind of quick. I like quick things. I don't like beam. I drop beam. Beam. It's like, please let me stay on the beam. But floor, I've always liked to tumble.
She needs a 9.25, and I remember one gymnast saying to me, I love the floor because it's the only event you can't fall off.
That's right. Hope had a magnificent floor exercise in the all-around competition, too.
She has a very good chance of taking the title here.
Yes, she does, and she's coming for her first pass. Let's see how she does. Full and back out. Good one. It's always nice to show a smile when you're out there, to let the people know and the judges know that you're having a good time.
The smile's so natural.
A front through to a double full. Nice pass.
The music, of course, from Cats, and I think it's fair to say that Hope Spivey is on the prowl.
Hope's a very good dancer. A lot of good dancers do come from the Parkette School. They concentrate a lot on the dance and ballet part of it. On the floor, she's resting up for her last pass.
Feet from a potential victory here.
Here she goes. And a double back. Oh, right to a sit down. Too bad for Hope Spivey.
One mistake in the waning seconds. She only needed a 9.25, and now to her coach.
You gotta be thinking every single minute. Just threw away a national floor title.
Donna Strauss says she threw away a national title with this, Mary Lou.
Let's watch this. She's doing her double back. She just had too much rotation. Watch, she pulls it under a little too much. Right to her seat.
And she did only a 9.1. She's in second right now.
Don't relax ever till you're finished. I wasn't even sweating it. It was so good.
You can't relax when Yolanda Mavity is next. We'll be back.